what love is. I want you to show me. Puke cats on laptops. I don't know if Mick Jones ever got his answer to that famous question, but I'm pretty sure I have one answer now that I've broke down and purchased Into the Breach, the mech vs. Kaiju tactics game from FTL developer Subset Games. And it has shone a light on a delicate part of my soul, a part I thought lost to the sweeping winds of age, growth, and the decaying sun. I used to play tactics games, Fire Emblem, Advanced Wars, Final Fantasy Tactics at one point, yet at some point I lost the, patience? To deal with the many demanding actions and unbelievably slow pace of the majority of turn-based games. Outside of brief dalliances with the likes of XCOM, I have kept a fairly wide breadth around the strategy genre. But after hearing dozens of positive reviews and hearing Waypoint Radio's description of the game as chess with giant mechs, I decided the game was worth a shot. And it's not good. It's outstanding! Misdirection. Into the Breach, much like chess, is a deceptively simple game, with a set of easy-to-understand rules that slowly blossom into complexity the deeper you go. Each match takes place on a flat, square board. You start by placing 3 mechs, each with a unique attack, and try to stop the nefarious Vec, giant bugs, from destroying the area's power grid in a set number of turns. Do this enough, and you unlock a new island, do enough islands, and you get to take the fight to the Vec, and win the game. Then do it all over again with a different set of mechs, alongside new randomized parameters. The genius design, or rather one of many genius design decisions in Into the Breach, is how clearly enemy actions are telegraphed during your turn. Future attack locations are highlighted and you can check the attack order at any time. There are no percentage checks, no random rolls. You know what will happen when you act in any specific way, so deciding how to act becomes an intense balancing act that requires careful consideration. But matches are so quick that you never feel overwhelmed by options. Speaking of options, your strategic options do slowly increase over the course of a run as you find and purchase upgrades that either enhance your mechs or even give them new abilities. Into the Breach's clarity also adds to the sense of doom that hangs over each momentous decision. With each passing turn hangs the threat of loss. To save a building, you might have to sacrifice a pilot. To save a pilot, you might have to take a hit to the power grid. Deciding what is and isn't an acceptable loss is just another strategic choice that could mean the difference between bitter end and glorious victory. Okay, take 5. That was pretty good. Let's meet back here and lay on part 2, shall we?
I could use some refreshment.
You okay? I don't know. The show's called Purely Scientific Review, and I used a lot of emotional language in these all of the reviews. Maybe we should go back and do it again? Listen, MP, it's fine. Time is money, you did good at reading the prompter, and you move on, right? Now, if you'll excuse me, Papa got a date with some sushi. Time is money. Are you sure you want to do this, friendo? Yes. I have to go back. I have to go back! Geez, okay, Matthew Fox. Here you go. I do hope you know what you're doing. Oh, please. Of course I don't. You're right. That was silly of me asking. Hang on, let me just prime it for you. Rip. And you're sure this will work? Yes. Godspeed. I wanna know what love is. A combination of dopamine, oxytocin released over a long period of time. Puke cats on laptops, and welcome to another purely scientific review, this time of Into the Breach, a turn-based tactics game in which the player takes command of 3 virtual mechs on an 8x8 grid and attempts to prevent large arthropods from destroying buildings. Alright, let's get into it. I've noticed some interesting things when it comes to the pixel count, and... Alright. Let's do lunch.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm famished.
How was that?
It was great.
What was wrong with it?
How can I put this? It was boring and unwatchable? No, that's mean.
Oh. Well, thank you for being honest.
That part where you explain why each enemy in the game was biologically non-viable?
I mean, a wasp of that size would require wings the size of Oahu, not to mention the lack of any friend or foe detection when about to attack. How could such a species even be able to wipe out mankind? It's preposterous. I don't know. I thought it was your best work.
It's just not you.
But who am I? Puke everyone, and welcome to a purely scientific review of Into the Breach. It's so fun! Look at these bugs, they're crazy! Look at these things, what's their deal? Oh, I got wings! I'm gonna eat buildings with my stabby butt.
I mean, it's a little, what's the word? Stupid? No, that's insensitive.
I don't know. I thought it was your best work. Welcome to a review of Into the Breach, a video game in the tactics genre. The player controls 3 mechs, which can have varying abilities on an 8x8 grid.
Honest opinion?
I would love nothing more.
It was a touch boring.
Gosh darn it! Puke, dudes! Here's the dealio on this game-a-dee-doo. It's called Breachy Weechy, and it's got the arthropods to pay the bills. Y'all get 3 mechs. That's as many mechs as Red Bulls that I like to drink at one time. This guy looks like a tank. But don't you dare call it a tank. Don't you dare. This guy crazy. He just punches shit. Punching shit is rad. I punch non-living shit all the time. Boom! Take that, pillow. Blam! Take that, the concept of racism. And don't get me started on the bugs.
Did you want us to get you started on the bugs?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
What does this mean? Okay.
Wait a minute. I think... Paprika? Burnt glass? Temporal resonant energy? Oh my relativity! You've been using short-term time travel.
I have done no such thing. No such thing.
I cannot believe you. Time travel is dangerous.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Think physics, you're only vomiting bosons. The side effects can range wildly. I woke up once with dog legs for a full 48 hours.
Where did you even get your hands on a time machine? Wait. I'm not here.
What would possess you to use time travel? To stop some catastrophe? Does someone here die?
I wanted to do a good science review. All of me hurts.
Oh, Mecha Pig, you don't have to worry about doing a good job. You always do a good job. Relatively. Just be yourself. Eventually, someone will watch these videos, and when they do, they'll love them.
You really think so?
I know so. Isn't that right, 297?
Honestly, half of your jokes go over my head, but I'm from the future, so I don't know if that really counts.
Oh, you guys. Maybe you're right. Or maybe just one more time. Guys? Pevon? Allcat? Studio?
Hey,
Are you okay?
Yep, no, you guys are right. The time machine is bad. Let's get rid of the time machine and not use the time machine. Time machine is bad. Bye. See you guys later. Bye. I need. Bye.
I think that went pretty well.
Well, little buddy, looks like you're too dangerous for your own good. I'm going to have to put you out of commission. Stick? Well, I'm satisfied.